So thank you for joining, everyone. My name is Yvonne Sullivan. We had sent out a little intro video. I'm not sure if you checked that out, but we're hosting a 6-part wellness series of meditation, and they will be bi-weekly again on Fridays from 2:30 to 3, and minus a couple weeks at Christmas. But it's a 6-part series, kind of building one upon each other, and basic skills and principles of meditation, and focusing on the mind-body connection and kind of how everything works together and how meditation is beneficial. So I'm going to get right into session number 1 because we have about a half an hour, and I do have an intro which we'll work on together and then go into a guided meditation. So if you haven't gone through a meditation session with me before, I usually give an intro and then I go through the actual guided meditation, so we practice together, and then depending on the time, sometimes we have a few minutes of a silent meditation, and that's kind of time for you to work on that silent part of the meditation by yourself as well for practice. Great, so thank you for coming out again, and to get started, today's is going to be looking at the seated posture. So we're actually really starting at square one. So that's why I'm a little bit farther back from the computer today. I'll come up when I'm actually doing the guided meditation. But how we sit in meditation is really important because everything's connected. So the mind is connected to the body, and it's like we focus on, oh, you have to kind of fix your head or something's wrong, but really it's all intertwined. So the more, it's kind of like the body, it can be a representation of your mental state. And the more relaxed the body is, the more we're able to kind of enter a state of relaxation and kind of peace for the mind. So a couple ways that we can do that. One is what we'll do today, so kind of focus on the seated posture and what is best for us today, and we draw more awareness into how we sit and how we move and how that kind of just adjusts a little, or how we could adjust a little so we could perhaps sit a little bit longer periods. Another suggestion I wanted to mention is that sometimes stretching, yoga, or any sort of movement can really help with the meditation process for 2 reasons. One is that it naturally calms the mind prior to the meditation, but more related to what we're doing today, it actually helps the body with flexibility, comfort, so that when we're sitting for a little bit longer periods, we don't start to notice whether we're comfortable or uncomfortable or anywhere in between. So yeah, great. So location, I assume many of you are on chairs. You can also sit on the floor. I here am with my feet flat on the ground, and then there's always the option to cross the legs, so you would bring the legs up. What helps a lot of times is having support for your back. So I have a little pillow here, and that allows someone to, first of all, have a straight spine, and also sit for longer periods because you're sitting in proper alignment. And you could use a wall or props. So the seated posture, it's different for everyone, especially if you have potential injuries or sensitivities. So really working with what's best for you. Sitting straight up also helps the internal flow of energy. So if you're kind of leaning forward or slouching, that affects your energy. So just coming straight up, so you can breathe, and you can feel relaxed in the body, and again relating to the mind. Feet flat on the ground. So if you are able to do that, if you do have them cross-legged, that's fine. Just try to bring the knees down lower than the hips, or have them flat on the ground. So really feeling that connection. Either way, we're kind of connected to have the support of the ground below us. Also, you can lie down. Some people choose to lie down during meditation. That's fine as well. Because then you have the connection and support from the ground. So the spine, so straight spine helps with room for breath. So you can draw the shoulders back a little. And usually there's a little bit of a natural curve. If you spend a lot of time on a computer, which I think we all do now, or those who go straight from a computer to a bike, and you're like this a lot, that really can affect both the posture as well as maybe your energy. So just try to draw the shoulders back a little. A straight spine also helps with staying alert because we're in an upright position. And then your head is just balanced softly. Again, being on computers, if you're tired, your head might come down, or if you wear bifocals, you might be going forward, just drawing the head back. And then the crown of the head is coming upwards. One tip as well is you could leave your tongue on like the top of your mouth, so against the top of your mouth. That helps if you're dealing with like saliva, so it would help kind of draw that up, and then there'll be less saliva. So the shoulders relaxed, again, maybe drawing them back, room for the breath. Hands can be either, I'm going to give a few options for hands. So one, hands upwards. They rotate upwards and rest either on the knees or the legs. This is kind of like you're accepting energy. If you have them down, which is also an option, that's a little bit more grounding. So the hands would come down. Another option is to have the right over the left, and then the thumbs together, and then resting in the lap against the body. It kind of creates like a little triangle. Whichever one you choose, just make sure that we still have some room for the arms and the hands can rest. It might be based on your arm length as well, so as long as you have some space between the mid-body and the hands and arms. Your eyes, either keeping them closed or open with a soft gaze. And having them, so if you're comfortable with the eyes closed and you don't feel like you're going to fall asleep or lose your balance, or you're just comfortable with kind of like not having that vision, that's great. For those who would rather have a little more vision, just a very soft gaze and not focusing on anything specific. And the breath, we'll be going into that into the next session, but just room for the breath. So again, palms facing up might draw and rotate the shoulders back a little and give a little bit more room for the breath. And then the last thing I'll say is that we're never going to have a perfect position. So essentially the body is often like in a state of being a little bit uncomfortable, and it's more about just doing different adjustments so we can kind of find a little bit more comfort in our meditation practice. So I'm going to give you a moment just to find out what's best for you. So you could shift around a little. I'm going to draw the computer a little closer so I can. So just finding yourself in your meditation posture. Put these on. Great. And always knowing that, just checking in with yourself on how you're feeling today. And if my words don't resonate with you, or movements, knowing that you can take a break or move into your own meditation. And we will begin the guided meditation. Arrive at a seated position of your choice. Place your hands on the knees, choosing to rest the palms facing up or facing down. Relax the shoulders. Throughout this meditation, we will be exploring our seated posture. Through subtle movements and paying attention to the mind and body, we will gather insight into how we sit and what may be optimal for our own individual meditation practice. There is no right or wrong. Adjustments can and will always be made. we are discovering. We are exploring the link between the mind and body. By practicing stillness and slowing down, we learn how to find moments of peace and ease. We enter this practice and practices going forward without judgment, rather approaching the meditative experience with curiosity and inquiry. Begin to bring awareness to your physical, seated posture. We will be making modifications to develop a greater understanding of the body's posture during meditation and its role in relation to the mind-body connection. Settling into your chosen seated posture, either close your eyes or keep them open with a soft gaze. If the eyes remain open, do not focus on anything specific. Rather, use the minimal light and sight to assist with concentration. Relax the eyes. Relax the ears. Relax the cheekbones. Relax the jaw. Soften the space in the middle of your forehead. Take a deep breath in and out. Relax the body. While maintaining continued awareness of the seated posture, begin to notice the connection between your feet, legs, and lower body with the ground or chair. Then start to notice your posture in relation to the spine. Are you leaning forward or back at all? Perhaps you are slightly slanted to one side or the other, tilting to the left or right. Picture in your mind's eye the alignment of your spine. Is it stacked straight above your pelvis and lower body? Then for a moment, ever so slightly, begin to sway from side to side. Then gently rock back and forth. Notice how the body moves. Notice the spine. And notice the unwavering support from the ground below. Then, whenever you are ready, return to stillness in an upright posture. Other than perhaps a slight natural neutral curve, the spine is stacked straight. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Begin to notice your shoulders. Can you draw them softly back and down, away from the ears? Relax the shoulders. Allow this adjustment to further straighten your posture. Allow it to relax the back. Allow it to create space in the front body, making room for the breath. We are learning how to relax the body in a seated posture. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take another deep breath in, inhaling and relaxing the shoulders on the exhale. Send your breath through the whole body, getting a sense of the entire spine. Breathe through the body. Now return your awareness to the connection of your seated posture and the floor or chair beneath you. By lengthening from the lower body through the spine, begin to sense an uplift in your posture. Beginning on the ground beneath you, moving through the body, and all the way to the crown of your head. Notice how the head rests on top of the spine. And then notice how it is situated in relation to the rest of the body. Tuck your chin in slightly and notice lengthening through the back of your neck. Does this lengthening continue from the top of the spine as well? Sense the extension of the spine through the back of the head and the neck. Now move the head in the opposite direction, angling your chin slightly upwards. Then return the chin level and tilt your head from side to side, drawing the left ear towards the left shoulder, and then the right ear towards the right shoulder. When you are ready, bring your chin and head back level. Take a deep breath in and exhale. We have been observing how we sit in meditation today, and how the physical body sits as a whole. We are increasing perception and insight, exploring linkages of the mind, body, posture, and environment. Linkages of the internal and external world. Take another deep breath in and exhale. With the arms and shoulders remaining relaxed, take notice of the lower back, the mid-back, and the upper back. Notice the entire back. Relax the entire back. Begin to sense the stability in your strong seated posture while inhaling and exhaling. You are connected and grounded. You are supported. And finally, bring a greater awareness to the breath. Without judgment or trying to change the breath in any way, take notice of the inhale and exhale. Breathe. Continuing to send the breath throughout the body. Breathe to the legs, the spine, the arms, and the back. Breathe to the shoulders, the neck, the head, and even to the skin. Breathe throughout the body. With every exhale, find yourself more grounded, more stabilized, more supported, and more relaxed in your seated posture. The breath is always with you to ground and support you, whenever and wherever you sit. Notice the breath. Notice how it reinforces your posture. At this time, relaxed in the physical body and continuing to flow with the breath, we will observe 2 minutes of silence in our meditation practice. Inhaling and exhaling naturally for 2 minutes. Just relax, just breathe, just be. Very softly take a breath in and exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale. In our time today, we have increased awareness of our physical meditation posture. Variance in our practice will always naturally occur. Fluctuations based upon thoughts and expectations, upon what we perceive as comfortable, and even based upon the meditation experience itself. We will always find ourselves at varying levels of ease and dis-ease. Change and learning how to best adjust or accommodate to change is part of the progress towards sitting with more ease, towards meditating with more ease, towards living with more ease. We can practice finding stillness in the body and mind over a wide range of emotions and situations. Now take one more deep breath in and exhale. We have found the seated posture that serves and supports us today. So the body can rest while we focus on the journey inwards. The journey towards getting to know ourselves better. The journey of mindfulness, inquiry, and pause. Whenever you are ready, begin to softly open your eyes and bring your awareness back to your surroundings. And gradually returning to your usual level of alertness. Continue with the rest of your day feeling grounded, focused, relaxed, and re-energized. Thank you, everyone. If anyone has any questions or anything, let me know. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm going to send the link to if you're still relaxed and meditating, that's totally fine. Any questions or comments, feel free to email me at info@yvonnesullivan.com. I think that works. So I just sent the little YouTube video to the intro to the series. It had been sent in the email, but I hope everyone has a really nice weekend. I'll stay on for a few minutes just to see if anyone has any questions or anything.